The 2026 World Cup was already guaranteed to be the biggest in history. 48 teams, 3 host countries, 16 stadiums, and more matches than ever before. But over 39 days, the tournament did far more than grow in size. It rewrote the World Cup record book. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo made history in their 6th tournaments. Kylian Mbappé became the competition's top goalscorer. 2 tiny island nations achieved things no country of their size had managed before, and Spain's defense produced numbers that may never be repeated. These are the biggest records broken at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The first record broken was before a ball was even kicked. For the first time, 48 nations took part in the World Cup, 16 more than in Qatar 4 years earlier. More teams and more games produced more goals. The group stage alone delivered 215, an average of almost 3 per match. By the end of the tournament, 308 goals had been scored, comfortably the highest total in World Cup history. The crowds were record-breaking too. Across the tournament's 104 matches, a combined 6,730,303 spectators attended, more than at any previous World Cup. One stadium entered a category of its own. Mexico City's Estadio Azteca had already hosted matches in 1970 and 1986. In 2026, it became the first stadium used at 3 different World Cups. Unlike its first 2 tournaments, it did not stage the final. Expansion also gave more nations the chance to make history, and none made a bigger impression than Curacao and Cape Verde. With a population of roughly 150,000, Curacao became both the least populous country and the smallest by area to ever appear at the World Cup. Cape Verde went one step further. Home to just over 500,000 people, the island nation became the smallest country ever to make the knockout stage. The tournament also marked the final World Cup chapter for 2 players who had defined an era. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo became the first players to appear at 6 different World Cups, stretching their tournament careers from 2006 to 2026. Alongside them, Mexican goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa was selected for a 6th World Cup squad. Ronaldo then achieved something nobody had done before. By scoring against Uzbekistan in Portugal's 5-0 victory, he became the first player to find the net at 6 different World Cups. He also became the oldest goalscorer in a World Cup knockout match, scoring against Croatia at the age of 41 years and 147 days. 4 days later, against Spain, he became the oldest outfield player ever to appear in a knockout match, at 41 years and 151 days. Messi's list was even longer. His 34th appearance extended his record for the most World Cup matches played by any player, while his 23rd victory set a new record for wins by a player. Against Algeria, at 38 years and 357 days old, Messi became the oldest player to score a World Cup hat-trick. He also finished his World Cup career with records for scoring in the most matches, 16, netting the most group stage goals, 14, and providing the most assists overall, 12, including a record 10 in the knockout stage. He also provided an assist at a record 6 different World Cups. For a brief moment, his 2 goals against Austria took him to the top of the all-time scoring list. But that record would change hands again before the tournament was over. Kylian Mbappé arrived in North America with 12 World Cup goals. He left with 22, and the most famous individual record in the competition. His 10 goals in 2026 moved him beyond Messi and Miroslav Klose, making Mbappé the leading goalscorer in World Cup history. 14 of those goals came in knockout matches, another all-time record. And he reached 22 in only 22 appearances, exactly 1 goal per game across his first 3 tournaments. Mbappé was still only 27 when he broke the record. That means his new total may be less of a finishing point and more of a target that he can continue moving out of reach. Messi and Mbappé were not responsible for every scoring record. Argentina scored at least twice in 13 consecutive matches, while Messi scored in 9 consecutive World Cup appearances across 2022 and 2026, both new records. Harry Kane converted his 6th World Cup penalty, excluding shootouts, more than any other player. At the other end of the penalty spectrum, Messi became the first player to miss 4 in regular or extra time across his World Cup career, including 2 at this tournament. Belgium's Yuri Tielemans scored in the 125th minute against Senegal, the latest goal ever recorded in World Cup extra time. And in Argentina's match against Egypt, Enzo Fernandez scored the 3,000th goal in Men's World Cup history. The champions built their success on one of the greatest defensive campaigns the World Cup has ever seen. Spain kept 7 clean sheets in the tournament, a new record. 6 came consecutively across the 2022 and 2026 World Cups, with goalkeeper Unai Simon going 650 minutes without conceding. Spain allowed only 1 goal throughout the entire tournament, the fewest ever conceded by a team that went on to become world champion. Even in the final, Argentina could not find a way through. Spain won 1-0 after extra time to claim their 2nd world title. The final also produced a remarkable goalkeeping record. Argentina's Emiliano Martinez made 11 saves, the most ever recorded in a World Cup final. It was an extraordinary performance, even if it could not prevent Spain from lifting the trophy. Elsewhere, Curacao goalkeeper Eloy Room made 15 saves against Ecuador, the most in a World Cup match that did not go to extra time. On the touchline, Dick Advocaat became the oldest coach in World Cup history. He was 78 years and 271 days old when he led Curacao against Ivory Coast. Spain's Luis de la Fuente became the oldest manager to win the competition at the age of 65 years and 28 days. Didier Deschamps also moved to the top of 2 managerial lists. Across 4 tournaments with France, he reached 27 matches as a head coach and won 20 of them, both World Cup records. And among the officials, Alireza Fagani became the first referee to work at 4 World Cups, while assistant referee Juan Pablo Bellotti also reached 4 tournaments. Some of the most unusual records were not about a single moment, but about remarkable runs across generations. The Netherlands extended its unbeaten World Cup sequence to 16 matches, and their unbeaten run in regulation time, excluding extra time, to 23 matches. Japan completed its 29th World Cup match without receiving a red card. The same 29 matches also passed without Japan either scoring an own goal or benefiting from one. France, meanwhile, reached 81 World Cup matches without ever scoring an own goal, while Mexico played 65 without ever benefiting from one. For Panama, Yul Barcenas and Jose Luis Rodriguez set a far less welcome record. After appearing at both the 2018 and 2026 World Cups, each had played 6 matches and lost all 6, the most World Cup appearances by any player without avoiding defeat. Mexico also made its 18th World Cup appearance, the most by any nation never to have won the title. The 2026 World Cup was bigger than every tournament before it, and its record book reflected that. Some of these records could fall as soon as 2030, others may survive for decades. Which record from the 2026 World Cup impressed you the most?